All right, guys. Hey, my name is Breona Clawson, and I am the owner of Women Empowerment Circle. It is a hub of resources for female entrepreneurs to learn how to navigate through social media and technology for their business. And then we talk about self care. So today's we are chatting with Chelsea. We have a series called Her Story, where I love interviewing other female entrepreneurs that speak to me in a way that I feel that I should put in front of my audience and share their story, where they were and where they are in their businesses. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and learn about the lovely Chelsea, her story, her business, and anything else she wants to share with us.
Hi. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy that we're finally able to do this. I've really been looking forward to this. So thank you for having me. I love speaking with women. I love helping to empower women. That's just like the mission that I'm on. I'm a new mom, so I have a super soft, weak spot for women and just everything that you stand for. So thank you so much for asking me to do this. I'm honored, and I hope that by the end of this interview, everybody is very motivated and inspired to just live their best life. That's really all that, I'm all about. So, yeah.
So, tell me about a little bit about yourself before we get into what your business is and what it can do for female entrepreneurs.
Okay, so my name is Chelsea. I go by Hunigold on social media platforms, and I'm a new mother. I have two kids, two babies. I have my daughter Summer Rose and my new son, who's only 6 months old. His name is Ace Cameron, and I live in Nevada with my fiance, and we are raising our crazy little family. About 4 years ago, he came home from prison, and we were best friends at the time. We had been best friends for like 8, 9 years at the time, and we decided we were going to give love a try. We were both finally like single, and not even finally, we were never in, I was never into him. Brandon, like, he was my friend, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I never saw it as anything more than that. But when he came home, we had really just gotten close on a deeper level when he was incarcerated, just writing each other every day. And I started to fall in love with him and the person that he had developed into. And so when he came home, we decided we would give love a shot. And now here we are, for almost 5 years later, I think. And we are living a totally different life than we were living when he first came home. When he first came home, we had no idea what we were going to do to make money. We didn't know how we were going to really survive living in LA. I knew I didn't want him to do illegal things anymore. I wanted him to turn his life around. And it seemed like that was the same path that he was on as well. But when he came home and wasn't able to get a good paying job, or really just when he saw what types of jobs were out here, it was kind of just like, oh, like, we're never going to be able to travel. We're never going to be able to like live a dope life if we're going to be confined to making money, no more than like $15, $20 an hour for the rest. You know what I mean? Like, it was just I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know what I expected, but at the time, just no love was being shown to his situation, and there were no opportunities. So I was like, wow, we're going to have to figure something out really fast, because at the time I was a celebrity makeup artist, and I loved my job, kind of, but I was kind of over it. I wanted to live my own like life. I wanted to make my own rules. I was a celebrity makeup artist. I was very proud of that, but it wasn't allowing me to feel like a real boss. Like, I was on someone else's time 24/7. And I was getting paid well, but not as good as would be needed to support a grown man and a grown woman trying to
Right.
build a life together. So that's how I got exposed to drop shipping and e-commerce. Drop shipping is selling products online without any physical inventory. And at the time, I knew I wanted to be a business owner, but I didn't have anything to sell myself. So when I found out about drop shipping, I was like, wow, I don't even need to have a physical product on hand, and I can just make money every day. It seemed too good to be true. So I looked into it and I studied it. I became a student of it 100%. And within 6 months, we had made $100,000. And that's when I was really like, whoa, like, this entrepreneurship is way better than any job I've ever had. Like,
Yeah.
if it only took me 6 months, yeah, I was like ripping my hair out all 6 months. I'm not going to lie. But when I saw the fruits of my labor pay off, I was like, oh yes, honey, yes, give me more of this. And yeah, so it took off from there. And so, now I teach other women how to leave their corporate jobs or their 9 to 5s or their just current life situation and make money online with drop shipping. So we recently hit $1 million in sales for my drop shipping program. Super proud of that. Like, didn't see that coming at all, like that was never the mission really. It was just like, I need to teach other people about drop shipping. So yeah, just super thankful, super excited, and happy to be here.
Yay! So tell us more about drop shipping. What are things that you can tell my audience and anyone else that's watching about drop shipping? I've had a lot of people interested, and I'm always like, "Well, I know someone." So if you can let
For
everyone
sure.
know, what is it truly?
That's the thing with drop shipping. I think that we don't always know, like, it's such an appealing thing to so many different types of people once they hear about what it actually is, that you'll never even know if someone is interested or not, because you never know what's in the back of someone's mind if their goal is to start a business this year, but they don't have the money or they don't have the guidance or they don't have the desire to have like their own product necessarily. So this is a program and a business that works for so many different types of people because it could be a side business or a full-time business. So what drop shipping is it's a form of e-commerce. E-commerce is selling products online, like Amazon, Walmart, just literally the exchange of products being sold online is what e-commerce is. But drop shipping is a little bit special and different because normally in most business models that you're selling things online, you have to have products. So for example, I have also a journal. So it's a physical product that I have inventory of. And when someone buys this, I have to go to the post office, ship it, label it, make sure tracking is, I have to like do a lot of manual things in order to sell my physical product. Whereas as a drop shipper, you're literally selling things that you never touch or see in real life ever. So my first winning product that I sold in that fashion that went on to make me $250,000 was a piece of jewelry. It was a necklace, and I never saw the necklace in person at all. Never bought it first or anything, and I just used images of the necklace and that my manufacturer gave to me, and I put the images on my Shopify website, and then I ran ads to it to get traffic to it, and I would make sales every single day, and it took off. So I went from never making a sale or maybe one here or there to making 300, 500 sales in a day, all buying this little necklace. And so since I didn't have the necklace on hand, it's my job to now go to the manufacturer and let them know, hey, I just sold 10 necklaces. Can you send them to my customer? Yes, absolutely. So he only wanted 86 cents for each necklace. I was selling each necklace for $16.99.
There you go.
When I made a sale, I would collect $17 and I would use 86 cents to buy it from the manufacturer, who then ships it up and packages it and sends it to my customer, leaving me completely out the mix. I'm just a middleman. So when I found out about this business, I was completely blown away. I was like, oh my God, let's go. It just seemed like my type of situation. And it turned out to be amazing. We made $500,000 in that industry before I started teaching other women how to do this. And I've helped many, many women hit 6 figures and quit their job. So it's something anybody can do. You just need a formula, you need a blueprint, because unfortunately not too many people talk about drop shipping. So
Right.
there's not many options as far as learning how to do it the right way. It can be tricky. Just trying to find that strategy that works.
What would you say is something that you would recommend in terms of the social media side of business that people should look at putting into their business, whether they're doing that drop ship or
Where any online business needs to be running paid ads, whether it's in the form of influencers and paying other people and different pages to promote your product, or or Facebook and Instagram ads, LinkedIn, whatever it is that you're running ads. There's a lot of different ways that you can run paid ads. Me personally, I utilize influencers, but more than that, I use Instagram and Facebook and now YouTube paid ads. So the reason that's so important is because we only know who we know. Like I just lost my page 2 times in a row. Right now, I am only being exposed to a small portion of 1,800 followers. Like that's all I got right now. So even if 100% of the people saw my page, only 1,800 people would be exposed to Hunigold, period. My business cannot become $1 million business with only, not that I can't, because they could keep buying and keep buying. So it's not that, but 1,800 is a small little
Yeah,
pool when I
you
could
gotta have
be
a
reaching
larger reach.
millions. Yes, like nobody wants to build a business based off of less than 2,000 people, customers. So using paid ads means that people just like you and me, small fish, not the Walmarts, the Best Buys, the eBays, not these huge conglomerate corporations,
Yes.
just little old me and you can still put our little money, our, little budgets, and Facebook will allow us to reach millions and millions of people. So it's almost like if you're not going to learn how to do that, like why even bother being in business if you're also on social media every day? It's
Right.
kind of just like the dumbest thing. It's like you should learn how to do for sure. Once you learn that, it's plug and play. Once you learn paid ads, it's like, okay, well, what do I want to sell today? Do I want to sell a journal? Do I want to run ads for my hair care company, my face? You can start so many endless businesses because you know how to get it in front of the people who are going to buy it. That's a skill set that can make you so much money.
What is a piece of advice that you would give to a female entrepreneur who feels that maybe they should just give up on entrepreneurship?
You can't give up. You'll never be. I mean, one, entrepreneurship's not for everybody. So if you have the desire to give up, I'm not one to convince anybody or anything. You might just not be cut out for this type of life. Because I've never thought of, personally, I've never thought of quitting entrepreneurship and going back to a 9 to 5. That just seems like taking massive back steps. If my goal is to become financially free, I have to, in my mind, I know I'm never going to get there doing a 9 to 5. Like, so how? It's just not financially possible. I don't know what that would really look like. Like, how
Cap,
much money do I
how
have to set aside? Yeah, it's just like I don't think it's possible, unless even doctors and lawyers, I make way more money than they do. So it's just like I can't imagine going to school for anything that is going to teach me how to be more successful than learning entrepreneurship and whatever that looks like for you. So if you stress out about entrepreneurship to the point where you feel as if there's a better alternative, my advice to you would be go chase that alternative. Do what's best for you. But for me, I just know that the situation, the cards that I've been dealt and that I've never had a better solution. I'm always going to chase and attract the best solution for me. And in my mind, entrepreneurship is that. And I would never turn my back on something if I genuinely thought it was going to better my life. Now, are there times where I've, felt defeated or just like I need a break or like this, why isn't this working? Am I not smart enough for this? Am I not like good enough for this? Of course, self-doubt and fear and all those things I feel on almost a daily basis, not really, but a lot. But giving up and going back to the alternative is like, oh hell no. I'll be in a worse situation. So that's not gonna help anything. You can't give up. That's the key to entrepreneurship, is that no matter how stressed out, tired, exhausted, drained you get, frustrated, the glory's right here. You're on a road to that. If you give up and you get off this exit or this exit or this exit, truth behold, you've never gotten to your destination
Yeah.
only because you kept getting off the highway. So if I just stay down and I stay true, I'm gonna eventually run into my goals. So you can't give up. That's the one key. You just have to, even if it takes 10 years, like you're gonna get there.
Yeah.
You're gonna get there. So
See, this is why I'm happy we connected, because it's like the same thought process, the
yeah.
same energy. So another part of Women Empowerment Circle is not just empower women to start that business, but it's also about self-care. So what are some things that you do for self-care? That can help you kind of still be your best you in your business? Or is that something that you have to work on? I mean, we can all be,
It's
transparent,
definitely,
right?
yeah, it's 100% something that I have to work on. For me, it's not something that comes naturally. I'm just not um and it's funny because I've met people who like their whole thing is like, you'll never see me sweat. I could be having $5 in my bank account. My hair will be done, my eyebrows and my nails. And I'm like, oh, okay. I personally, and I don't look at that no type of way. Like I was shocked by it. Like, wow, I didn't even know that that existed because I know personally I'm the complete opposite. But I've gotten very close to these people and I've learned that, damn, that's not a bad, I'm not nobody to judge that, you know? And I see the difference when we're together and everything. When I'm stressed and when they're stressed, it's just a totally different. There's still gonna be, and I can admit, if I was super stressed out and my hair still looked bomb and my eyelashes and stuff, maybe I would be like, well, life ain't that bad. Like I still feel like a bad bitch. But me, when I'm going through some shit, nah, you're gonna see it. Period. Like I don't know how to
Sure.
embrace the self-care thing 100%. I'm learning how to do that. I grew up in a family where it's like, if you don't got it, you have no business going and spending $25 to do this and that. You sit your ass at home and you save for a rainy day. Like I grew up
Yeah.
with that, but that's also not the healthiest way. So in meeting other entrepreneurs with that mindset, it's forced me to be like, maybe my way, maybe I could even though I feel like I didn't make my goal this week, that doesn't mean that I can't go on a shopping spree if I don't want to, because a month ago I exceeded my goals. So technically I still deserve it and I still can afford it. And just because I had a bad week doesn't mean I'm going to punish myself for it. But it's all a mindset thing that I'm trying to learn how to embrace. So currently what I do, also I am a new mom, so it's like, even though self-care should probably be at an all-time high, it's also hard to fit it in
Yeah.
realistically. I follow a lot of people on Instagram. They make it seem so much so easier said than done for people like me. Like, oh, just go do this, go do that. And it's just like, okay, how though? Like, what does self-care look like when you're a mom and you can't even take a bath for a few days sometimes, or
Mhm.
you don't even remember the actual last time you got to actually take a bath? It's always 5-minute showers. It's like kind of hard to understand what that means. But for me, I'm big on massages. That's something that me and Brandon, when we were dating before kids, we would get like 1 and 2 like couple massages every single week. We would have people come to the house, and that was something that was just so amazing. And so recently I told him, I'm like, damn, it's been 2 years since we've like had a massage date night. Like that was such a big part of our life. And like, we haven't done that, but it's like, how do you do it with these newborns
Yeah.
and stuff? So lately we've been more conscious of that. And so now when the nanny comes, I fit it into my schedule that like, instead of meetings and work, I'm gonna set aside 2 hours a day or not a day, but a week to like leave with Brandon and go find a massage place and go. Maybe they don't come to the house as much anymore because the kids, but we can still step away and go do that couple thing together. I'll go and get my lashes done. I'm trying to just be more mindful that my friends rub off on me a little bit. I started playing tennis.
Yeah.
That's completely new for me. One of the friends that I'm talking about brought me in on tennis. It's just like, she's with it, girl. She's not gonna miss a beat. And so I love hanging out with people like that because they really balance me out. As long as you're successful, I don't care what your personal regimen is. Like, I'm always willing to like learn and adapt to that as long as you're successful. I'm not gonna model my life after someone whose life I don't like and I don't want to be like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as long as their life seems like, okay, I could get with that tennis. That's healthy. It's fun. I've never done it, but I like that she brought me into that
Yeah.
realm, and it's brought a great active side out of me that hasn't been active in a long time. So I appreciate it. But that's helped a lot with self-care. So I'm learning and I'm exploring self-care thing, and it does make you feel better and it does make you feel good. Getting my hair done once a week. You mentioned you like my hair. Thank you for noticing, because I'm telling you, normally it would be like, I'd be on these podcasts like, what's up? Hey, girl. Yeah, this is my hair. I hadn't washed it in a year. Like now I'm like, I go every week. It feels great to just have your head scrubbed by someone else.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
like, goddamn. I'm like, can we just do an extra 2 minutes? Or, when you're getting your pedicure, just asking for an extra 10-minute massage, like
Yeah.
little things like that. I'm like, "Ugh, thank you for that
And
extra piece of
during the
relaxation."
pandemic for me, because I'm one of the individuals who's been staying home legitly like pretty much the whole time, just from I've had personal family members who've had COVID, so it's just been different. But When I went to
Yeah.
the nail shop, you would have thought I was like a brand new woman when I walked out because I was like, yes, got my nails done, my eyebrows done, my hair done. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. Amazing. And like this month with COVID, it has been hard, but I had to really, I'm like, Brandon, I'm going to go crazy. Like two kids back to back. It felt I needed a break. And COVID was really, I'm already a homebody all the time. Like COVID was nothing new to me to be home. But one thing we do is we live this Wi-Fi money lifestyle. Like we will catch a trip randomly. We
Yes.
will go to a resort or a vacation impromptu with our friends, link up wherever. So COVID, at first, I ate my words because at first I'm like, my life is COVID. Like I never leave anyway. This is nothing new to me. And then I realized when I want to up and go, I'm used to being
Yeah.
able to up and go. So recently we had to just bite the bullet and we took a trip to Miami and it was just an amazing time. So we're
That's
going
what I
again in
two
two
to
weeks. I'm
do.
like, I
I've been
gotta
thinking
do
about
that.
doing that. My birthday is at the end of the month, and I'm like, okay, I got to do something. I've already lost
I have
last year's
to.
birthday.
Like, come on, we have to celebrate life at this point. So many bad things have happened, and we're blessed to be here. As long as you're as safe as can be, it's like, what can we do?
So, my last question is, um, what is some like, is there anyone that has inspired you, or any public figure or celebrity or friend or anyone that has had a conversation with you that just was like, you know what? Boom, it just clicks. Do you have a moment like that, or anyone that you can think of? Heck, it could even be yourself.
To be honest, I know this question every time I get it, I'm like, oh God. And I usually lie and I'll be like, Oprah, which I do love Oprah, don't get me wrong. Like I do love Oprah. She would probably be the person that inspired, but to say I'm inspired by somebody, um, I feel like you think about that person often and you're like, damn, well, what would they do in this situation? Or like, like I can't say that. Like, I live in a very secluded bubble. Like, my life is very, I just, I'm not really influenced by outside things. And this is very recently because I've lost my social media two times back to back. It forced me to go from like seeing so many people on my timeline communicating hundreds of DMs a day, me checking this person's page, looking at this person on my timeline, to losing my page and losing my following. So it went from this to like this. Now I lost it again. Now it's down to this. So I'm exhausted by social media in a way. Like I'm not seeing as much as I'm used to. And that's actually helped me a lot. Just be not as influenced or in the loop. Like my fiance is like, hey, you heard of this or that song and or this little rapper, I don't know. And I'm like, who? And he's like, where have you been? And I'm like, not on social media at all, obviously. So I'm like very out the loop, but I'm inspired by, the Chelsea that I know, I came from, because that's what's gotten me here. That's what keeps me going. I'm inspired by my children. Like those are the things that like I look down at them and I'm just like, I gotta go harder. I gotta like, I'm pushed by my own experiences and my own life and stuff. And it's not to say it in like a weird way where it's like, I can't, nobody's good enough for me to look up to. It's just in the sense of like, right now, I'm really just like this. I only see me and my family because this is my goals right here. This is my life. Like absolutely love my life. And if you saw what I came from before, you would see why that everything I have now is just like mine. Like we created this. Like when my family comes over and visits, they're like, God damn, like y'all did this. Like you guys, like Chelsea and Brandon, like didn't
That's
he just come
true.
home from prison like 4 years ago? It's like this is ours, and so that inspires me is that we came up out of a real struggle kind of, and turned it all around in a really short amount of time. And I think that keeps me going harder. Like I have to always like outdo myself. Like I'm truly the definition of like my own like competition
Yeah.
because I'm never satisfied. Like I can't compare myself to other people's stats. They're in different industries, but I know what I did last month and I know that needs to be better this month or else I'm gonna like I go into like little mini depressions even. I'm very hard on myself. So I would truly be honest if I said like I'm inspired by what I did previously because I always want to outdo that going
I
forward.
like that, but I like that because I know for me, like there's people that I like, for example, I would say you, I see what you're doing, I see what you're putting out in the universe, and I love that. And it's not that I want to do exactly what you're doing, but I want
Yeah,
to get another, line of avenue that someone can be inspired from. So
love that. Thank
I like
you.
I like that answer a lot.
Thank you. Aw, thanks.
And so what do you have going on? Do you have any new launches coming up that people need to know about? How do we find
Yes.
you and how do they get into your classes?
Oh my gosh. So I have a lot that I'm working on right now, at least in my mind. It feels like a lot, but it's been simplified. I feel good about that. I'm focused now on moving into YouTube. Although I'm trying to get my Instagram back going and whatnot. I saw how negatively impacted I was when that was taken from me. So now I'm trying to be wiser and just diversify my attention, not just to Instagram. I was very dependent on Instagram. So now I'm trying to focus on doing YouTube videos so that I only have like a total of 4 recorded right now. So we haven't launched. I'm trying to wait till I have at least like 3 or 4 weeks worth
Yeah,
of videos to hold me over so that I can live and not be filming 24/7.
yeah,
So YouTube is on my tackle list for sure, and just getting into a regular routine of filming some sort of content for that. But also, I'm constantly working on refining my program and just making it the best program I can possibly make it. I love my students so much, and I just want to really be able to help them and help other people. So I am in the middle of currently a launch for Pennies to Gold. So it is currently on sale from the usual price. It's 1997 currently. It's a 7-week online program where I work really closely with my students so that I can help them achieve $100,000 in 6 months or less with drop shipping. So if anybody's interested in learning more about that, they can find me very easily. My Instagram is Learn with Chelsea. So that's my Instagram, Learn with Chelsea. And then on YouTube, you can also subscribe. Chelsea Goriello is my YouTube channel. But everything is pretty much synced to my Instagram. So if you follow me with Learn with Chelsea, you'll see in my link in bio, it'll take you straight to my webinar where you can learn free tips on drop shipping. It'll take you to sign up for the course if you're ready to do that. It'll show you my ebooks and other programs and products that I've created to help people monetize social media. I've become a millionaire off of social media, and I never even knew that was a thing
yeah,
until I joined this world of online money. I was a makeup artist, so I was used to completing a service or physically going somewhere and doing a job to get money. I never thought I could sit on my ass and get money. I thought that was like not even real, like what wealthy people do once they're at the top, and I didn't know people like us can just find ways to make money online and while they live their normal life and go play golf and go swimming and go meet up in cabanas, like that's what me and my friends do. Like we call each other and we're like, hey, let's go shopping and get a cabana today at fucking Caesar's Palace, and we'll just go out and have a girls' day and go to the spa and do right. And then we come home and all this money has been made while we were out just living our normal life, because we have businesses that can run while we run our lives and take care of our kids or vacation. So it's an amazing thing. I really don't understand why people are, when I do encounter people that are hesitant about starting an online business, I'm like, oh, so you just enjoy living like that, which is fine. I'm never one to judge, but I just be thinking, I'm like, I just want to make sure you're understanding what I'm putting
yes,
down here before you say you don't want it. I want to make sure I did my job and I broke it down as clearly as possible. Um, because just have to make sure, but everything isn't for everybody, but if your goal is to live and be free and be able, like that's the one thing about a 9 to 5. I don't knock a 9 to 5, but usually most 9 to 5s, you have to be at a certain place to make that money. You have to go to the job, you have to report and clock in
yeah,
somewhere. And that's challenging. So if you're like me and you like to be out and about and live a life on your own terms, so yeah, that's how we can connect. And I'm an open book. If anybody ever has a question, feel free to ask. But I'm happy to extend that deal to your audience. Hopefully it allows some people to take advantage, definitely flip that stimulus money,
yes.
because I'm telling you, like one investment can really change your entire life. 100%. That's what it did to me. So
Yes, I'm so excited we finally got this down. This will
definitely.
be
Thank you.
great to show everyone. I think it's great also because there's a lot of people who really don't want to have the physical product. So drop shipping is such an amazing way. So I'll make sure to drop all your
Yep.
links too in my group so that people can reach out to you if they have questions and join your classes and everything. Um,
Pretty
Thank you
awesome.
so much. Is there any last
Thank
words?
you. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. No, just believe in yourself. And if anything I said today made you felt you could relate to that, definitely reach out to me and let's just get it going. Let's get it started because the longer you put it off, you're only putting it off for yourself. Like nobody's impacted the way you and your family would be impacted by not jumping on an opportunity that you felt in your heart was one that could lead to somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that's all I can really say. But thank you so much.
you're
And
welcome.
question, you're using this for your podcast. Do you plan on cutting it up any parts or anything? If you
Yeah,
do, send them to me so I can post it. Because I
yeah.
would love to, I need content right now, so I'll post it on my page and stuff and direct them to listen to the whole thing.
I will download the video after we get off, send it to you, and then if I like repurpose and things like that, I'll send that to you too as well.
Perfect. I'll send it out to my whole list as soon as you send it because I love everybody needs to hear about other successful stories, period.
Yeah.
So thanks, babe, for your time. I will connect with you soon on Clubhouse.
All right. I'll see ya.
Bye, babe.
Bye.